Hello guys, what is happening and welcome to this video. So in today's video we are discussing something which sounds like it's something from 2008 in the US, but it's actually happening here in Canada and it's been happening for a while, and that's zero down mortgages. And I've got the data, the websites, everything to back it up here. So without further ado guys, let's do this. Alright guys, welcome back. So firstly, I just want to say the next video I'm going to be doing is about the 2008 crisis and how Canada avoided it and why it avoided it. And it's really simple to explain, but it's a video that's not out there and people need to understand. So if you want to see that video guys, then please subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in this kind of thing, I'm hoping we can grow this channel to bigger than these mortgage brokers and realtors here in Canada that are captivating a lot of the audience of people looking to buy homes, innocent people looking to buy homes who just want information which comes from a neutral standpoint, and these guys are just pushing complete BS information. And as you can see, I found one realtor in the entire North America that I know that is calling out the housing market for what it is in the US, and I linked him in the other video. Okay, so the first thing I've put on the screen there is very important, and it is no down payment mortgages. This is a website and the links are going to be in the description. In case you're interested in getting a zero down mortgage, yes, I signed up on that website. Yes, I went and did a pre-approval process and was managed to get approved for a $650,000 loan with zero down here in Alberta, which is just insane. That just shows you the amount of madness that's going on right now. As you can see on this website, this is really what I want to point out, because they even give us the information here. Yes, they still exist. Back in 2015, the federal government changed mortgages for home buyers with no down payment saved, and these changes were a good thing. Previously, most no down payment mortgages were simply cashback mortgages provided by the bank. They were incredibly expensive and always overshadowed by the less expensive flex down mortgages. These mortgages are affordable, flexible, and offer a discounted mortgage rate, offer significant saving compared to waiting. Oh, I love that. I love that. Sorry, I'm trying to not be too loud because I need a better microphone and I'm going to get one. Oh god, that's so funny. Isn't that funny guys? It says offer significant savings compared to waiting. I mean, that is really good marketing, I gotta say, for those people with FOMO. Perfect for a growing family who require... Oh god, I can't even read this stuff anymore because it sounds so 2007, 2006 that it's just unbelievable. You wouldn't believe this website was in Canada. And oh look, there's 2.09% 5-year fixed year rate. So you're getting the best rate. So you're getting a really good rate there, and you're getting zero down on your mortgage. You might come out the other end being grossly in negative equity and owing loads of money to the bank and then being foreclosed on. But hey, I guess that's just what it is. So the other thing that I want to point out is this other website which I found, which is another no down payment website, and it's here for Alberta. It's here in Calgary, and it basically tells you, because the CMHC actually stopped doing these flex down mortgages last year. So believe it or not, taxpayer money was funding zero down payment mortgages here in Canada. I know, it just baffles the mind. So last year when they changed all the regulations on mortgages, I don't know if you remember back then, they've reversed them back to what they are, some of them, but one of them was not the flex down. So the flex down is now insured through a private insurance company, which is Genworth Financial, which it tells you right there, no down payment, Genworth flex down. Genworth is making home ownership easier for home buyers in Calgary with the standard mortgages available for the flex down. Now guys, do you wonder why Calgary's housing market and Alberta's housing market is so boom bust, boom bust? Because all these things, they're very focused on this part, the prairies and everything like that. Everybody gets pulled by FOMO, and when you get pulled into the market by FOMO, it never ends well, because normally you're in a massive mania cycle, or you're getting in when prices are going up or have reached the peak, which can be bad. So anyway, guys, just to add to all this, let's go to Ontario now, which is a huge place of price growth in different places. And we're going to the suburbs. Whitby, obviously Whitby has experienced huge price growth over the past 2 years after the pandemic. And we actually now have a mortgage broker giving us some information. So I got this from a news article which was on Bloomberg, and I linked it below. And just before we go into this, guys, I just want to say that, you know, all these type of articles were coming out prior to 2008, okay, in the US and in the UK, but everybody just glossed straight over them. Like, this article came out in July. Nobody else has probably ever mentioned it. It's probably disappeared into the abyss and nobody cares. But let's listen to what this mortgage broker has to say. In Whitby, a booming Toronto suburb nestled against the banks of Lakes Ontario. God, that was a tongue twister. This is a lament that mortgage broker Sherry Corbett hears constantly from first-time buyers. More than half of them, she says, are opting for loans that either allow them to borrow the money for their down payment or that provide cash back after the closing. A year ago, these products made up a small fraction of her business, and now they're booming. And doesn't that kind of send out those alarm bells? So you've got first-time buyers that have incredible FOMO, and they are doing anything to get into that market. Now, there's one thing I want to highlight about this, which I think is key to mention here, especially when we talk about psychology of markets and everything like that, which is something I am very knowledgeable in, is when a lot of people have FOMO, and when it's a thing like your house. Homes are an incredibly emotional thing. If you've ever seen somebody get kicked out of their home and been foreclosed on, you will just see how it's terrible for families to go through that. People kill themselves as a result of that. You know, people draw guns on police as a result of that. There is all kinds of things. It's a highly emotional thing, housing. So when people see prices go up, they are scared. They are really scared that those prices are never going to come back, and they will do anything to get into the market. And Canada has had these tools available to get into the market since 2015 that people can use to get in zero exposure to the actual market. They're getting in, they're not having to put any money down. They're just literally paying the interest on a loan they took out for the down payment, and then they're paying the mortgage off. So, and then if you add in variable rate loans, which if you haven't seen my previous video on variable rate loans, you need to go watch that, because over half of these people then we can say are going to be taking out variable rate mortgages. So it's just a disaster waiting to happen. If you can't see this coming, and all that's said here, all the data that I've published isn't making any sense, then please put your comment in the comment below. But it's just completely crazy that people cannot see this coming, because it is so evident, like it's so obvious. It's there, but people, the thing is, when prices are still going up, people think, well, that must mean everybody else is wrong. And that's not the case. I am very much on the side, as I believe the longer this goes on for, the worse it will get. And the bigger the collapse, the more likely the collapse, and the bigger the collapse, the longer this goes on for. And that's why I believe that the Bank of Canada, who is holding off on that interest rate, is delaying the inevitable and making it worse. Little do these central bankers know. And that's exactly what's happening. And they even have outlined several times the LTVs and everything in their financial meetings that they do every month, saying that the LTVs are ridiculous and the housing market needs intervention. The federal government has not done anything meaningful. People can still dodge around their little policies that they put in. They haven't done anything. The things that should have come in is a total ban on using home equity lines of credit or any lines of credit to fund a down payment. That should have been banned. And I actually think it was for a couple of months, and that's when we saw that housing market slow down. I wonder why. I don't actually think those two things are correlated. I think it was more fear of the pandemic and everything. But anyway, guys, back to this. I'm just putting up on your screen there. You can see that this is Whitby housing prices, and this is off Zolo.ca. They do good market trend data. They pull from multiple sources. They're kind of more independent than going to a real estate board. I do like them because they have a forecasting tool, and they're kind of like Canada's Zillow, even though they're nowhere near as big as Zillow, but they do offer market statistics which are quite good. So if you look at these market statistics, you can see there that prices are up 33.6%. And remember when we talked about that bull trap? I just want to say that because if you look at that chart, that looks like exactly what we're seeing right now. You've got this prices hitting all-time high, which happened in July. Then they came back towards September. Then they went up again in September, and now they're coming back again. That's what the forecast is saying. So that could have very well been that bull trap, which I was talking about, which is the first sign of prices going down. People jump into the market. All those people who are waiting on the side, they buy. The prices go up a little bit, sometimes above the previous peak to a new all-time high, sometimes just below it. And you see this happen in stocks, but people don't understand the psychology and the behavior behind it. And it also happens in real estate. You're seeing that right now on the chart. So after that, if you then had prices continue downwards, you would have had that volume that was weighted on the sides mostly came in when it hit that bull trap, which is right there. And that's why you've got to be incredibly conditioned, your mind, if you're going to wait for prices to come down, because people are just not rational right now when it comes to home prices. It's like I said, it's a very emotional thing. And for most people, they just cannot detach emotion from buying a home to make it a logical financial decision. And that's what I hope my channel promotes. I'm not here to deter people from buying a home. That's not what I'm doing. If you can afford a home and it's less than renting one, then you should go do it. But you have to evaluate what are your risks here. How likely would you be to lose a job if a recession hit? How dependent is your work on real estate business? You need to just evaluate that. You also need to evaluate if mortgage rates double, can you afford that payment? Is it going to affect your lifestyle? But anyway, guys, I hope this video was really insightful. It's something that's happening and nobody is talking about, and that's what we do on this channel. We cover things that nobody else is talking about, things that are happening and nobody wants to talk about them. They're like the dirty secrets, almost the taboo subjects of the housing market. But anyway, guys, I thank you so much for watching. We've seen incredible growth on this channel. We've had 2 videos recently cross over 1,000 views in 1 week, and we've also doubled the channel to over 200 subscribers in literally a week. I cannot believe the amount of attention that we're starting to gain from people, and I think it's amazing because you guys make this community. I don't come here to make money and sell you stuff. I come here to provide information and insight from an unbiased perspective, and also help you with the psychological parts of investing in any market. And I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, so I can't advise you on your specific situations. But if you do have any other questions or want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me at my email, or also reach out to me on Instagram at Market Canada. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the video about 2008 of why Canada didn't experience the same crash the US and the UK and other places experienced, and we'll dig into it in that video. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in that video. Take care, peace and love as always. Bye bye now.